What is up? Happy Thanksgiving! Got some Thanksgiving hype. What up? Glad to see the folks out for the Thanksgiving show. Oh, yeah. Grind hard in the house. BP in the house. AU Civil in the house. Love the Cats is there. Got a special visitor in Mr. Monson, one of my favorites. Guy who's been very critical to my family's soon-to-be happiness. Oh, yeah. So what's going on, you guys? I'm so glad to be here with you guys. I've had a typical Thanksgiving for me, but you know how it is. It's kind of it can be kind of there's a lot going on. I've got a lot of people in my house. If I had to estimate, I would say there's 20 people here. Most of my friends and then some people who aren't my friends, but I'm pretending like they are, and I'm just kidding, they are. I know you guys have been doing this all day, so I purposefully drank less than I normally would, considering the circumstances. But yeah, so my man J Dub, who is a superstar, Jared says, "Talk like a pirate." Oh my goodness. Arr, matey. Bring me the horizon and really bad eggs. That's about as good as I can do. What up, Back Bar? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you. I got a lot of folks in my house. And I don't have a real big house. We live over in Hampstead and Montgomery. It's a newer house, but it's kind of, they're not big on space per se. But, we pack them in because we got friends, yo. Triple Wood in the house. What up? All right, so tonight I'm drinking Jeffersons, just kind of like your regular, good, solid Jeffersons. They call it very small batch, but it's basically Jeffersons. Can you guys hear me good? I feel like I need to turn this thing up. I feel like, oh, god dang, my bad, guys. Shit, is it too loud now? No, it looks good now. Love the Cats is your hairdresser there. No, no, she's not. I saw her yesterday, in fact. Her name's Emily, and she's very nice. She's a nice, quality young lady. Cody, what up? Glad to have you here as part of the show. Still feel like I'm too hot. All right, turn it back down just a little bit. Who the hell actually drinks Jeffersons? Jared, listen, man. So under normal circumstance, I don't drink a lot of Jeffersons. My wife bought some of the Jeffersons that's from a wine cask. And I don't know, it has some pretentious name. I don't know if it's like, Chateau Plateau or something. Hold on, I'm not taking calls just yet. But so I got this regular Jeffersons because my man J-Dub is in the house, who brought it here to the party and offered it to me to drink on the show. So here we go. Hey, Civil says, wig maker. Listen, bro, this is my real hair, man. Don't be hating just because you think it's awesome. So, Jared, the answer is me. I actually drink Jeffersons. My man J-Dub brought it, and I'm glad that he's here, and I'm glad that I have a chance to drink some bourbon that I didn't buy. I bet that was Ruxpin calling just a minute ago. Oh, my God, we've got the phone already ringing. Let's take this call, man. We might as well just fire this bitch up. I mean, it's Thanksgiving. We need to do that. What's up, caller? How you doing?
JT, how you doing, man?
Hey, man. Who I got on the horn?
This is Rhodes AU.
Hey, what up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, I won't be a very long caller. First time caller, thought I'd give it a shot. I got lucky, man, on this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, hell yeah, you got lucky. You're going to get lucky later. Well, I'm not saying with me. I'm hoping that for your sake, you're going to get lucky.
Hey, man, that's always a good thing. Hey, I didn't call to talk about this Iron Bowl, but I want to talk about this basketball team real quick.
Yeah, why not?
I want to get your insights on that. I mean, what are you thinking, man? These guys look. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'm not a basketball expert here, but they look solid.
Hell yeah, they do. They're elite when it comes to scoring the basketball. I think defensively they were a little bit slow early in this year, but they've picked up, man. And I thought they would run into some resistance in New York City, and man, they were pretty much crushing ass there. They're pretty damn good, and they're definitely an NCAA tournament team, barring any injuries for sure. And I thought this year was going to be kind of a you know, you got to replace Jared and Bryce and Malik and Horace. And I mean, dude, they have some players, man. Isaac Okoro, Samir stepped up.
Yeah.
They're really good, man.
They are. How was your Thanksgiving, real quick? Did you have a good one?
Hell yeah, I had a good one. I'm still here. I've got bourbon that I didn't pay for. So, I mean, you know, it's going well. How about you?
Man, it's been great. I'm down here at the beach in Destin, just hanging out with some fam. It's all good, man.
Well, I would like to be in Destin myself, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, thanks for taking my call. Look forward to listening to the show later.
All right. Rhodes, appreciate you, bro. Be good.
Okay, man.
See you, bro.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're starting off the night with Rhodes in the house. Word. I haven't even had a chance to put this on Twitter yet. I need to probably do that. We don't have a whole lot of viewers, but I don't really care. I mean, I know it's, you know, there haven't been a game, and we're just kind of doing our thing here at auburnsports.com like we do. And I know we've got some special guests that are going to be coming on for the weekend game. I know J.A. Bell, I was communicating with her. Some of you might have seen on the bunker. We're going to get her on the horn. I've been hoping to get her on this year and hadn't had a chance to get her. I think she's tried to call in, and what happens is, guys, I get so many calls coming in, I can't get them. Not tonight as much, but I'm just saying after a game. And so I end up missing people that I'd really like to catch up to, but I just haven't been able to. See what's going on here. Yeah, I'll say you couldn't hear the caller, but I think it's BS. You could. I could see it on there. It was really high. Grindhard says basketball going to the Final Four again. Yeah, getting to the Final Four is kind of a crapshoot, but we still got some work to do, I think, as far as trying to figure out exactly this team's ceiling, but they're better than I thought they would be, and they are going to play for a while. I will say that. They're going to be a real pain in the ass in the SEC for show. So have really impressed me. And Wiley, Wizard says Wiley's been really aggressive the last two games. Absolutely. You know, it's like he's having trouble catching the ball like he always does on the inlet passes. But they're like, hey, man, if you can't do that, then let's just crash the boards and try to get stickbacks. And, dude, he did that in New York. Had two games like that where he got a lot of stickbacks, a lot of offensive rebounds. He was altering shots, and I thought that was a great – he's basically being like what Horace did last year, right? I mean, Horace is kind of a garbage player, picking up offensive rebounds, tipping balls back in, and I thought that Austin might have a little bit more upside offensively, but, I mean – you finally get to a point where it's like, dude, if you can go out there and just rummage yourself into 14 points a game, just do it. Who cares? Just do it. Love the Cats. Got a super chat. What up, Love the Cats? Thank you for the super chat, my man. $3. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for being part of what we do at auburnsports.com. If you guys don't know who Love the Cats is, I will just say he's a high-volume poster at the bunker, and the man knows his stuff. It says, Tree Fitty, my son beat Hornamania twice in Madden. Hornamania sucks he sucks at everything, really. He sucks at being the best Horn brother. I will say that. Although Hornswoggle deserves some credit. He's pretty good. But, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Love the Cats. Also known as Hornacious, as you guys might have guessed. I don't know. I don't want to ruin any handles. I don't want to give out handles and stuff. But, yeah, that's how I feel about it. Cam says, Bruce Pearl is putting heat on Gus to be successful, being that we are supposed to be a football school. Dude, I mentioned that on the bunker like a week ago, and everybody lost their shit over it. They were like, what? What does Bruce's success have to do with Gus? And I'm like, a lot. It's exactly what you said. Like, Auburn folks are like, they're in a football mode, right? Really, really stoked about the way the basketball program's taken off. And now they're like, well, why? If Bruce is going to turn that shitty program into what he's done, I mean, a top-tier gold standard program, then why can't Gus at least maintain, the things that Pat Dye did and Tuberville did at his best? Why does Auburn got to lose to Georgia, LSU? I don't want to get into that whole fight about it. You know how it is. If you guys have been on the bunker, I put up a nice picture of Gus today, and I was like, hey, let's just kind of enjoy this picture of happy Gus and do our thing, and not going to call people names and not calling to call people bitches or whatever. And so I'm just kind of pushing that. It's Thanksgiving. Joker says, JGT, who did you ban today? I think I banned Tart. And I wasn't really mad, per se, but it was like, hey, please, guys, take this thread and be cool and don't call Gus a bitch. And then it was like the first thing that Tart did was like, Gus sucks or whatever. And I was like, dude, Don't do that. I just asked you. Please don't do that. Harvey Specter in the house, too. What up, Harvey? People were worried that you weren't at the on the bunker recently, but I thought you had been. And then I looked it up, and you had been, and I don't know. I think we were just faking around. Salus. I'm going to go ahead and clear that because it's kind of funny. Gus is like a bad case of ass herpes that Auburn can't get rid of. Listen, man, I don't have any firsthand experience with that. But if you know about it and you say it's tough, I'm going to go ahead and defer to your expertise on that, all right? AUB says, Gus will be happy Saturday night. Waffle House. Predicting that victory, aren't you? Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I actually haven't done my my prediction yet. We're taking this call from the 706. Caller, what up? How you doing?
Good.
Who I got on the horn, yo?
This is BP Rodman.
Oh, my man! BP!
Yeah.
What up, Papa?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Jeffrey Lee.
Jaylee. Oh, I'm good today. Just drinking a little bit.
What are you doing, man? I was out hunting today.
I didn't do nothing but eat, and eat. Went to visit my dad.
Yeah. I want you to know that you're a total badass, man. And JG said a bunch of bad shit about you, but I don't believe it. He's cool. You're cool. Way cooler than JG.
I'm one fucked up individual, but I'm getting there. I got a lot of shit going on.
Well, you always handle it, man. You always handle it. Because you're a beast.
I get a little. I have my days. I act a little crazy, but I'm good.
Who are you taking in the Iron Bowl, bro?
Bama.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
What are you doing? Why would you do that? It's the wrong show, man.
I just don't see us being able to score against them.
And that defense is, their defense isn't even like the most awesome it's ever been or anything, dude.
Well, you got to score points, though.
Yeah, well, they can score, whatever. 14, 20, something like that.
Yeah, I think if we score over 20, we may win.
You think
I don't see a score in 20.
Jeffrey's been saying the defense is not quite elite. How do you feel about that?
Jay Lee's just another ball-headed fool like me. So.
Yeah. Well, he is kind of a fool. And he's bald-headed, but you guys are both ballers, man.
Yeah. I'm more impressed with the basketball team right now than anything.
Well, hell yeah.
That defense
of course you are. They're awesome. What part of that team impresses you the most? Hell yeah. What impresses you most about him?
I think Samir and his leadership. I think a lot of people, you said 2 years ago Samir would come off, and I think last year he was playing out of position. And I'm very high on this kid. I think that he does have a shot. I've said this, and someone called me out, that he's not as good as Bryce, but he does drive better than Bryce. Bryce was a pure shooter, and I think that he's got a shot to do something really special this year. Yeah,
he's been because I said a year ago I thought he was going to be really good, and I just don't. When you had Bryce and Jared and Malik playing all those positions, he didn't really have a chance to shine. He was kind of more of a role player, and so I looked like an idiot. But now that he's got a chance to get 25% of the shots, he's been balling up, bro.
Oh, yeah. And I'm very impressed with the whole team and the depth. And, I know we ain't really truly played no one, but the quality of play has been there for sure.
Yeah. And, you got Javon's been pretty good. You can see he's kind of adapting his game a little bit to be more of a facilitator instead of a downhill driver. Samir's been kind of a point, like shooting guard, combo guard type guy. Dude, Isaac has been insane coming off the dribble. Nobody can get in front of him yet. I'm sure there's going to be dudes down the line that will, but nobody yet. And then Austin's just been balling his ass off. Ant's been back to the dude he was 2 years ago. They got a lot of players, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
And if you look at the post I put today, you see the balance. Last year, I know it's early, but you had 2 players over 30 minutes. Now you only got 1. And a lot of people are averaging 20 minutes. So if we can keep that up and get a lot of experience for the SEC play, I think it's going to pay dividends.
Word. Well, I want you to have a great Thanksgiving out there, BP, wherever you are in that wonderful area of the world that you live in, brother. And I want you to know that we all love you at AuburnSports.com. Everybody loves you.
All right, everyone have a great Thanksgiving. Glad to be on the show. Love everybody. Peace.
All right, peace. BP Rockman, one of the legends of AuburnSports.com, one of the really, really good guys. I don't know if you saw this like 2 weeks ago, or maybe it's longer now, that he was commended by his company for the work that he did with Hayden, who's a young man who's been battling leukemia. And he, BP, and a lot of folks on the bunker who have done it very quietly and out of the spotlight have done things to help Hayden get the treatment that he needs and try to find some, I don't know, enjoyment in life, man, because it's tough, dude, when you're that age and you're having to go through those treatments day after day. They have really gone way above and beyond trying to help that young man, and they deserve a lot of credit for that, and BP got some from his company because he's a badass, so check that out. I know you can't look back on the posts from like 2 weeks ago because we have disabled the search function, which we're hoping to get back soon. But anyway, I do want to give a shout out to Daniel for the super chat. Thank you very much for your support. He says, Happy Turkey Day, JG, and thank you for putting up with me. Listen, man, I know you and I have gotten, crossways of each other a couple times, but I love you, man, and I appreciate you being here at the site. You've always been cool about, just coming clean, and, I haven't always been I could have been a little more yielding, and you could have been a little more yielding, and I think we finally got to a good spot there. I know I missed a couple calls here, but, that happens sometimes when I start yabbing. But, Daniel, the man, dude, I appreciate you being a credible dude. Appreciate that. Let's take this call from the 770. What's up, caller? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Who I got right here, man?
You got Ruxin.
That's my man right there. Are you drinking?
Hell yeah, I'm drinking, brother, man. How you doing?
Drink it! Drink it!
Drink it!
Hell yeah, you're going to drink it. You're going to drink it because you're a Ruxman, bro. How's your day been, man?
Shit, man. It's been a lot of turkey, a lot of vodka.
Hell yeah. Vodka.
And I haven't hated it one bit. I loved it.
What time were y'all eating, man? Like mid-afternoon?
We eat about 4 o'clock. My mom, so we're down in Destin right now, and my mom, she's an Eastern time lady. So we had a weird time going on for the meal today.
Yeah. Dude, our first caller, Rhodes, I think he's down in Destin eating too, so we got the people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Popular down there.
Yeah.
What are you forecasting for this Iron Bowl, Ruxpin? I know you want the Auburn Tigers to win, but what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm a big Auburn guy, so I'm predicting, and I appreciate you asking me that. I'm predicting 2014 Auburn victory.
Oh, wow.
I know that's going to be tough to pull out, but we're going to have to hold them to at least 14 to win this game. And I know they have fucking Ruxpin of their fucking bullpen, Mac Jones, going into the game, but we got to play some defense.
Listen to you. You started to back up Jeffrey. He was saying on the rundown the other day that defense is not as elite as everybody says, and it seems like you're kind of backing that up, bro.
So I wouldn't call Jeffrey like a conspiracy theorist, black helicopters go around per se, but I would say we're definitely not as elite as everybody thinks we are.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm going to take a bunch of flack for that, but look at the stats. Jeffrey Lee, he's not wrong. It's a bend but break defense.
Yeah. Okay. It's a defensible position. It's not one that I personally hold. Do you watch a lot of basketball, Ruxpin? Are you in on this the Fighting Pearls?
Oh, yeah. So I've actually been in a big argument today with Sir Hiss and some of the other goons down on the bunker. But I was saying, Jay, I love our team and everything, but we're not a top 5 team. Please tell everybody that they should not expect a top 5 team, because that's just going to be us getting ourselves hyped up for, nonsense and just a lot of rabble-rousing out there. And tell them.
You're talking about basketball, right?
Yeah.
And you think what you think Auburn's like a 10 to number 15 team, somewhere in that range?
I think we're 15 range.
Okay.
Not even 10. Probably like 13 to 17.
Damn. How about that? I
That's
think they're
just how
pretty.
I feel, man.
I think they're pretty damn
good. That's not bad.
Yeah, and BP has a tendency to try to, his teams get better as the season goes on. I know everybody's like getting better, but I feel like he has a way of peaking his teams in March He did that at Tennessee. He did that last year for show. And I mean, I just think this team's got a really, really tall ceiling. If you can keep Waston Wiley.
I know, Jay, but think about it. How likely is it to us to be that team again? You know what I mean? How likely is that? It's not that likely.
It's tough. It's really tough to get to that point. To get to the Final Four, you got to be a good team and you got to be lucky. And Auburn was both last year. They got a good draw. They played their balls off. I mean, everything broke right except for the double dribble missed call, obviously. And hopefully that Vic Jam's watching. But, he's going to get them there, dude. He's going to put them in position year after year to make that run, and they're going to make their runs. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but they'll be there, buddy. They'll be there.
Hey, JG, I love that. And you know what I want to say? I want to say that I love you. I love JG. I love everything you guys do. I love Jay Lee. I love B-Matt, Nate King. Keep doing this thing. You boys keep doing your thing. Let's go.
Let's do it, Ruxpin. See you, buddy. All right, Ruxpin, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't necessarily say he's a bunker legend because he's brand new, but he's a brain drain legend. He always calls in, and love the cats, man. I can't let that one go, bro. Sometimes some of the messages you guys post, I'm not able to send those through directly. I have to kind of edit them, and that one I'm going to let go. Let's see. Power Man was mentioned earlier about the stuff that BP did for Hayden and the support that he got going, and I can't say enough about it. BP posted about it, but yeah, BP's a badass, and the folks that help him quietly behind the scenes are also badasses. We got a lot of people in the bunker. I know there's a lot of shit talked on the bunker. We got some really, really cool dudes and gals who bust their ass behind the scenes to help in really profound and cool ways. And you guys don't even know about it because they don't want you to know about it, but I'm just telling you it happens. Hey, caller, what's going on? How you doing? Hello? Dang, man. Oh, that's my fault, actually. I think I missed it. I was trying to finish that thought, and I didn't answer you. If you're from the 770 and you just try to call, holler back at me. Also, I missed S-Town. I'm sorry about that, bro. If you give me a holler back, I will pick you up. That was just going on while I was talking to Ruxpin. I saw you come in. And Harvey Specter says, where is Ruxpin? Oh, that was old. I'm sorry. My bad. You say BP Rockman's a good soul. Absolutely. Really, really one of the best. Chip says, did I mention I hate Bammer? I think you have mentioned it more than just about anybody. I think you've got it in your SIG like every single day of the bunker life. It's from that little clip you've got is from Spaceballs where he's like, they're out there combing the desert with the combs. He says, we ain't found shit. That's what was going on. All right, I got a call coming in from the 770, as we say in the country. I'm not really country, though. What's up, caller? How you doing?
Hey, JG. How's it going?
What up? Who I got on the horn?
This is Jay Smith, 5187.
Hey, what up, man? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. I'm not a frequent poster. I'm more of a lurker, but I figured I'd give y'all a call today.
No, hell no. I've seen your handle before because 187, that's murder, man, in police lingo, and that means you're a baller, badass, alpha.
I don't know about all that, man. I'm just a fool that likes to drink bourbon.
Me too, bro. How you been doing today? You had a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, man. Just getting into some Evan Williams single barrel right now, and going back and forth between the brain drain and the Falcons. The Falcons suck, though.
Yeah, I had some. So I got a bunch of people in my house, and some of the kids are like wearing their Falcon shit, and they seem forlorn when I was down there a minute ago.
Yeah, it's tough to be a fan in Georgia these days for any sport other than the shithead dogs.
Don't they have like decent I don't watch a lot of NFL, but the Falcons should be decent, right?
I mean, we should have been a playoff team, but that's neither here nor there. Our coach sucks worse than Gus.
Oh shit! Really? No,
yeah.
I'm just joking because the bunker likes to shit on Gus constantly. Obviously,
I know. I'm sort of in between there.
Your thoughts on the Iron Bowl? What are you predicting, man?
So I was thinking about that earlier. I was thinking my head's telling me Bama wins in a low-scoring game. My gut tells me Auburn wins in a mid-20 scoring game. So I don't know what to think, really.
Damn. It's kind of a wide variety there.
Yeah. Going back to the Georgia game, I thought my head and my gut told me we were going to beat the Dogs. But this, I just can't get – I don't know if we can score enough points to win this football game.
And you think it's going to take 24-ish to do it, right?
24, north of 24, I think our defense is going to come to play. All these people are talking about our defense not being elite. Go look at our third down conversion on defensive stats. Go look at points per play on our defensive stats. I'm a stat guy. Our defense has been out there all damn season, and they're playing outstanding. I'm
with you 100%, dude. Jeffrey Lee's the one that says that they suck. But he just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I know. I know. I mean, and I like Jeffrey Lee, but, man, our defense is championship level.
Well, I think they're good enough, man. If the offense was just a little bit above average, I think it would be enough. And I think to this point, they've been a little below average. I know some people would say they've been shitty, JG, but they haven't been shitty. Just haven't been good enough.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I feel like, with our offense, everybody wants to get into the game calling and the game plans. We just got to be able to run the football. Give us 150-plus yards. I know that's easier said than done, but, man, we just got to run the football one way or another. And I think we can do that against this Babbitt team. Maybe I'm a little bit just too optimistic, but I think we can run the ball a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be a popular opinion among the folks. I mean, because they haven't really run the ball well against the good teams yet, but I think you're right. Alabama's not quite at the level of some of these other. I mean, Georgia's run defense is, I think, better than Alabama's, my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I think they're 2 clicks better. I think if you go look at them, look at the Texas A&M game. I think that's a game where we manufactured 28 points. If we could do that, I mean, I don't think, Bama's defense is that much better than Texas A&M's defense this year. I know their points is, 10 points or 7 points better, but looking at the way their offense is played and the way the way their defense has been on the field, I mean, I think we can manufacture some run plays.
Yeah, you're probably right. He's been playing around with a lot of different stuff, and I think this is going to be the game he puts it together. Plus, he was running that little PPO that I showed on the camera eye the other day where they ran the shovel pass. I think he's got like 4 or 5 variants off that, and he's going to try to run some of that against Alabama in this game. It's going to be interesting to see. I wonder how the Gus haters are going to deal with it if they were to beat Alabama, or would they just say, well, Alabama sucks, da-da-da. But Alabama's in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, they have more talent than anybody, regardless who's playing quarterback. And then you look at Gus, he's beaten them 3 out of 4 times. I mean, nobody else can make that claim. Yeah. I mean, other than Dabo, who's played them 4, nobody can make that claim. I mean, Kirby shit the bed against him twice.
He sure did. There's no doubt about that. All right, Jay Smith, appreciate you calling. We're going to do another show on Saturday night. I hope you jump in if you get a chance, brother.
Yeah, man, with a win, I may jump in there with a loss. I may just drink myself to death a little bit. But I appreciate it, JD. I love the content, man. It's great stuff.
All right, appreciate you, bro. See ya.
See you, man.
All right, first-time caller there. I like that. Not that I don't love our frequent callers, but you know how it goes. We catch up on some of the stuff going on in the chat that I missed. Ed Darby says over/under on Auburn rushing for 200 on Saturday. I'm going to go under on that. Chip says way under. Yeah, I'm going to go under on that. Harvey Specter says under. Bailey says Ruxpin is a weak. That's not very nice. I happen to think Ruxpin is a baller and a full-fledged alpha. He just doesn't have to show it for you guys. He doesn't have to prove anything on the show, okay? Because he's done what he needs to do in his life. Dro Kick. Oh, I know who that is. That's Dropkick. Who spelled his name wrong. Dropkick says, happy Turkey Day to the best Auburn blog on the net. You sound like you might have been around for a while, bro. Dropkick. Dro Kick. Let me pour a little Jeffersons here. Oh, my gosh. Still got the party raging downstairs, but I think it's just people watching the Falcons and being serially disappointed by them. Let's see. AU Civil says BP Rockman's greater than Johnny Appleseed. Hell yeah, of course. BP Rockman's at the top of the pyramid. I don't care who it is. AUB says today he has Redbreast 12 year. I don't know that. Noah's Mill, don't know that. Buffalo Trace ABC Select Barrel. That sounds pretty damn tasty. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I have not had that, but I would love to have it. And then some Willett. I guess the pot still that you haven't opened yet. I mention this a lot. You guys are going to make fun of me, but the Old Bardstown Bottled and Bond is made by Willett. And to me, it tastes surprisingly similar to the Willett pot still for about a third of the price. So if you guys happen to see some of that Old Bardstown, I didn't see Bottled and Bond, but I saw another variant of Old Bardstown in my ABC store in East Chase. I thought it was a little overpriced. I think they had it listed at $28 or something like that. I think it's worth a look if you get under $25 on that particular beverage. And just see how it compares to the Willet. I think you'll be surprised. Plains Old Joe called Ruxpin Suxpin. That's just mean right there. That's just absolutely mean. I Love the Cat says the defense will score. I think it could happen. AUB's has taken a very, very long shot on this one and says Carlson will make a 45-yarder. He hasn't made a kick over 40 yards in like a month. Obviously, he doesn't practice because Gus keeps rolling him out there to kick 40-yard kicks. Ed Darby says, can Auburn win rushing for only 150 yards? You know what? I'm going to go with what Plains Old Joe's answers were to this. Yes and no. That's one way to do it. Hey, your taxman says, can't think of any reason this game will be different than Georgia. Way to be a party pooper, bro. I don't think that Alabama's defense is as good as Georgia's against the run, and I think when you got a situation like that, they don't have to throw the ball 50 times. They can run the ball a little bit. Jay Smith was talking about how he thinks Auburn can run the ball at least a good amount on Alabama. I tend to agree with that. But it goes deeper than that. Just being able to run the ball a little bit is not enough. You've got to be able to use that to set up things. And I think Gus has been better about doing that this year, but something just hadn't quite worked. Personally, when you're just talking about my opinions on what Gus has done this year, I don't really hold him super, I don't make fun of him for the Florida loss because Bo did not perform well, and you just got to live with it. He's a true freshman, and to be fair, I think it was a shitty performance on his part, and I think he has grown from it. He didn't waste the misery of that performance. I think he's been better. I think B-Matt was saying on the show the other day that Bo has not been picked off in his last, 100 or 125 pass attempts. I mean, even the guys out there who really don't like Bo Nix and don't want to give him any credit and want to shit on him, either because they don't like Bo or because they don't like Gus and blah, blah, blah. You got to admit that Bo has played better. He has taken his biggest weakness in the first month of the season, which was giving the ball away, fumbles and interceptions, and he has reeled that in a big, big way. And I think that's huge because he identified what was wrong and he's worked on it. That's all you can ask. And I think he's been better. They're not going to win against Alabama throwing the ball 50 times, but I think they can do it with 30 times. Let's see what else we got here. Some other stuff. AU Civil predicts Gus from 0 to hero Saturday. If he wins, some people would see him as a hero, I suppose. Auburn Liege? I don't know what that means. Bo passes for 200 over or under? I'm going to say over on that one, but not a whole bunch out there. Hunter, hey, first of all, welcome, Hunter. Glad to have you on the show. I saw earlier where you said this is your first brain drain experience. Glad to have you, brother. Hunter Adams, who does our wildly popular Know the Enemy pieces for football on Fridays, which I'm hoping we're going to get out on Friday. Hunter? I haven't checked my email in the last couple hours. But glad to have Hunter here, a successful coach, a guy who runs a very, very nasty defense at a Alabama high school. I will not say which one. But anyway, glad to have Hunter here. Dropkick says Top Turkey is the brain drain. Dropkick, I don't really. You're just kind of throwing out random ass phrases. I don't really know what you're trying to say there, bro. Jeff Cheney in the house. Jeff, I haven't seen you in the last. No, you were here. You were definitely here for the Georgia game. I apologize for that. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, my man. Gresmondo says it's an Old Forester signature night. That sounds delicious. I'd like to have some of that myself. AU Taxpan says, JG, you were dead on about the old Bardstown. I've seen the Pure Kentucky at ABC lately. I don't know what the Pure Kentucky is, although maybe I do and I forgot what the name is. I don't know that. Auburn Leash says Mac Jones 2 interceptions. Possibly. Harvey Specter says, I read Habaden when I was also reading Jimmy White in the Prattville Progress. Wow, it's going back a few years, bro. I didn't know you were that old. I thought you were like 30. You'd have been having to do that when you were like 15 or whatever. I don't know. Oh, William Taylor in the house. What's up, man? He's in a lot of the chats when we do the brain drains. How you guys doing? Good. I got some guests in the house. My man, Jover. What up, Joe? I was just talking to my folks about what they've been chatting about here on the Chatty. Do you want to come say hello for a minute, or are you nervous? No? Bridge, you want to come say hello? Here, grab that mic. I don't have a chair for you, but you want to come sit on my lap? No, I'm just kidding. Johnny wouldn't like that, I don't think. Can you talk?
I can. Hello.
Can y'all hear Bridge? That's a mic that I don't ever use for the show. So hard for me to judge if they can hear you or not, but
I don't know. But I sure think Auburn's going to win this year.
What's up, party people?
There you go, Joe. How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, you and your mom, Bridge, two of my favorite folks.
Yes, definitely good answer.
Who do you think's going to win, Joe?
What game?
Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn,
Hey, what up, Jeff?
easily.
I saw you, bro. You want to come over here and say hello to the folks on the video here?
Hello. What's
You
up,
got-
dudes?
There you go. What's up, man? You got your Pike Road shirt on there? Pike Road Patriots, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe is he's my friend Johnny and Bridget's youngest son. So we hang out with Joe. I've known Joe since you were a little baby, man.
I know that.
A lot of people would say that you're a little baby now, but you're in like 4th or 5th grade now, aren't you?
5th.
5th grade, man. I remember 5th grade. You know what I was doing in 5th grade?
Getting in trouble.
No, I was working the ladies, bro.
Okay.
Had like 5 girlfriends.
No, not true.
You weren't even there, man. How could you tell me no on that? Man, dang, that guy just
Yup.
killed me on that, didn't he? All right, Joe. Thanks for being on the show, brother.
You're
It's been
welcome.
awesome having you.
Goodbye, party peoples.
Yeah, they are. They know how to party for sure. Mike Arnett says War Eagle, Joe.
War Eagle.
Is your mom taking off? Well, come
I
on,
don't
Bridge.
know.
Okay.
You gonna come say hello to the people?
I can say hello to the people.
What's going on? This is my friend
Hey
Bridget.
there. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Bridget is my BFF Johnny's wife and a girl that I've known for a number of years.
Yeah.
You got your Neora on
How
there.
you doing? Yeah, you know it.
I know you've called in. Well, we didn't actually list you as Bridget at the time, but you
That's
called
right.
in as like Team 1756 or something like that.
Oh, yes.
You got to talk into this. sweetie.
Johnny and my neighbor Tim, we made up a new number. We added our addresses together, and so when we're together and we call in, that'll be our name.
Yeah. Okay. You can just call in as Bridget if you like to.
Oh, I could. Yes, I could.
Um,
Sometimes I prefer to do online. and
Bridget, who
just-
you got in the Iron Bowl? Who you think's going to win that game?
Oh, Auburn definitely. Now
By-
that Tua got injured, definitely.
By a lot or?
No, I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, but I do think Auburn is definitely going to pull it out.
Okay. And what about the Troy Trojans laying an egg last week at the Raging Cajuns?
Don't even get me started, but I am feeling really good. I think it is going to be an upset against App State. I know App State is one of the best.
It's not happening.
But I think that we're just
Thank you,
going
Joe.
to surprise everybody. I really do.
I love your
I'm
optimism, Bridget, but
I always am optimistic. Yes.
Undefeated, right?
App State is really, really good. I don't know if they're
I
undefeated, but
know. I'm going to hold out hope, though, guys.
Okay.
I'm going to hold out hope.
Bridget, you've done a great job.
Thank you so much.
Everybody
I'm
on the
so
show loves you.
excited.
And,
yes, thank you for having me.
all right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bridge. You're the best. He said bye, JG. Oh boy. So yeah, that was Bridget, our friend Bridget. I think she kind of wanted to be on the show like in the past, Cordy, right?
Yes.
And she's called in, and I think what happened was she got on the horn and got a little anxious and nervous, but it's cool. Mike somehow has come to the conclusion that Bridget was drinking. That's certainly a long shot when it comes to Bridget, believe me. I don't want to impugn anybody, but I will say, as you guys know, and as I prove on the stream every Saturday night, I do a little drinking, and I tend to hang out with folks who do a little drinking. So, you know how it goes. There is no way I'm going to put Becky on this show because Becky's a bammer, and I don't want to hear her shit. I've already kind of gotten into it. So I have you guys. I feel like most of the folks on this stream right now are probably Auburn people, and I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Been covering Auburn myself for almost 23 years now, and whether I like it or not, I didn't go to Auburn. You guys know that. I went to UK and Transy. I have degrees from both of those. But after 23 years, I feel like I pretty much got Auburn's back, right? I mean, come on, seriously, let's get real. But we all have to fight that fight where we have friends that are Bammers. The ones that my friends that are Bammers actually went to Bammer, so I give them credit for that. But is Becky really going to get on the show? I don't have a chair for you, Bex.
I can stand. It won't kill me.
Oh my gosh, we got a whole crew in here. What's up, J-Dub?
What's up, Big Daddy?
This is my friend Becky. Becky is a Bammer, but I will give you this. Credit. You did graduate from University of
I did
Alabama.
attend there. I'm not a sidewalk alumni. I did attend.
Yeah, you are. Do you need a chair?
No,
Or do you
I'm
want to sit on
fine.
my lap? Tell Santa what you want for Christmas.
Woohoo! That's how rumors get started.
Your husband won't mind.
Oh,
I promise. I know him. He's a friend of mine. We go on trips together.
Yeah. There go the rumors. Exactly.
AU Civil says I do not want to hear from Bammers. Becky, now understand that you're talking on an Auburn stream here. What do you think is going to happen in the Iron Bowl?
Well, it's every year. It's one of those. They tell you throw out the records because
Oh.
there's always something that can happen.
You throw out the records when the Iron Bowl comes up?
Well, yes, because it's a grudge match game. It's not something you can just automatically mark a winner. An automatic win anytime.
Yeah, that's not what you were saying about an hour ago.
That is, you're full of crap, Jay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Becky's not a big talker about that stuff. I think you're a pretty reasonable Bammer.
I try.
It helps that you actually went there because usually the most unreasonable ones didn't go there.
Yeah, well, that's true of most alumni. I mean, not most alumni. Most fans of schools that are the unreasonable realm. They're not necessarily alumni. They didn't attend. They don't have a connection. They just latched on.
Hey, I got some pictures here that I'm rotating on the show,
Oh,
and you can
goody.
see the Alabama
Goody.
cheerleader is upset. That's actually from the 2013 game when Auburn had the kick six and upended Alabama's chance to win a national title that year. Can you kind of walk us through your feelings when Auburn ran the kick six back and you realized Alabama was going to lose?
Not so much. I think there's FCC rules about that.
Oh, you don't want to say any bad words? We can say some bad words on here, Bex.
I know I've watched, but I also know that every time you say Booby Whitlow, something pops up on the screen.
Booby.
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 Even if they spell it appropriately.
We've got people here that
I'm
think
sure I
that
have hate.
it says Becky is an ignorant. Next caller, Paul. Is this? Oh, that's a great. This is a great one. It says, "Is this Becky with the good hair?" That's clever.
Oh!
That's clever. MD Harrell, that's my guy right there. That actually is Becky with the good hair. I like your hair.
Thank you.
We have
But I'm
something in
not
common.
the Becky with the good hair.
We have something in common.
The good hair.
We both color our hair.
Can I do that? Is that okay, Jay? I can do that.
Well, did you give me the finger?
Again? Yes.
Becky gave me the. We always when I hang out with Becky, we always see how long it takes for her to give me the
There's
finger.
a running clock on that.
And it didn't take long today, did it?
Usually
Did you pour yourself some, bro? Sure did. Hell yeah, dude! You can have it all you want.
Can we? Good to know.
All right, so Becky, you have anything else you'd like to? What are you drinking? Is that beer?
No, it's not beer.
No, it's frothy. Look.
It's melted ice and I hit a ginger ale. Because it's not the good stuff. I didn't put the good
Okay,
stuff in there.
I'm glad that you wouldn't do that.
I would not besmirch the good bourbon with additives.
I don't even know what this means. Daniel says, please tell me she wasn't a physical education major? Becky?
No, I was not a physical
You're way
education.
too smart for that. I don't want to get into details about, your life and stuff. You're pretty quick-witted chick, I think.
I have my moments.
Yeah. And also,
Yeah,
I consider myself to be absolutely tier 1, grade A, superstar 80s music trivia ace.
Granted, no.
And you-
And agreed.
You're the only person I've ever met in my life who is my equal, if not better, at 80s music.
We're right on par.
You are incredible
I
at
was
that.
going to say the Yaz thing earlier.
Mike Arnett says he big boyed your bourbon. No, he didn't actually. This is his bourbon, so
Right,
technically he can come in here and take as much as he wants. Did your dad take off?
He's right there.
We need to get J-Dub on the horn.
Absolutely.
Because J-Dub called in 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
It was Georgia Auburn.
What
Yes.
are you like? What are you like? Making sure when he calls? Are you like
Well, it's
watching him?
his-
No, I was there.
His scheduling
okay.
secretary.
We were outside making s'mores.
Oh, okay.
I knew.
See, the scheduling secretary is on it.
This guy says, does she hate trees? If she does, she's a real bammer. Do you hate trees, Becky?
I do not hate trees, and actually, my father is a forestry graduate from Auburn. So, no,
Oh,
I do
my.
not
I
hate
didn't even
trees
know
by
that.
any means.
I didn't know that.
I tried to buy seedlings when all that went down to give to my dad.
You weren't going to buy them to grow them and then poison them, were you?
I was. No, there was no poison involved with my actions. My
No.
intent was to buy him seedlings so that he would have them. But yes, he is a, and on top of which, his mother, so my grandmother, was the first Miss Auburn.
I did not know that either.
So I went I consider this part of my parents' divorce, but I'm a third-generation Alabama graduate. But had I gone to Auburn, I would have been a third-generation Auburn graduate.
Why didn't you go to Auburn?
I was in accounting. That's the business school at Alabama had the accounting program.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Had I gone into engineering, it would have been an Auburn thing, or forestry or veterinary medicine. I would have gone to Auburn because that would have been the appropriate program.
Yeah, appropriate. Becky, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you so much, and I hope that I did not cost you too many viewers and listeners in the Alabama-ness that touched on
This guy
stuff.
says, War Damn Eagle, Becky's dad. Exactly. Hell yeah.
Thank you very much. He's a spectacular person, so yes.
This guy says 80s trivia. What metal band wrote "Hallowed Be Thy Name"? I'm talking about pop music, brother. I don't know what kind of BS you're talking about, trying to hang me up. But me and Becky will not be vexed when it comes to 80s pop music. Okay, Becky, am I right?
Poison Ivy or Poison Oaks?
I feel like it's a joke. This guy
I'm
says
not poisoning anything. I promise you.
This guy says, "JG, Becky has better hair than you, but I like your cut." That's like saying that you have a good personality, right? Like that's it hurts.
He's the nicest guy.
Chip says, AU didn't want her anyway. RV Spectre says,
no argument.
Ask her why every Bammer has to say something to the effect of, "Ew, what an ugly shirt," to anyone that has an Auburn shirt on. You don't do that to me, do you?
No.
No.
Nope.
No, because my man J-Dub, he wears a lot of Auburn stuff, and I don't hear that. So,
Again, my dad's Auburn education paid for everything I did and my Alabama education, so there would be no need to crap
All
on
right. Thanks, Becky. It's been great to have. Thanks for being on the show, Becky. You're the best.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Liar.
How dare you think I'd be insincere? J-Dub, get over here, big boy. We're just going to roll on with my boy. Now, J-Dub, this is my man J-Dub. What up, J-Dub? Here's the mic.
Been down.
J-Dub, that's my guy who brought the Jeffersons, yo. Hey, did she get you a chair?
Nah, man, I'm all right. I got a knee, bro. I'm good.
Here, that's my man J-Dub right there. What up, bro?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Well, we're just doing a
I'm
Thanksgiving show, and I'm just saying what up to all the peoples. What do you got in the Iron Bowl, man?
I'm not optimistic. I wish I were.
What are your general thoughts about Gus? You're not necessarily a huge fan, right, of him as a coach?
As a coach, no, sir, man. No offensive genius rolls out those things he's done this season.
What do you mean? Just hadn't gotten it done, you mean?
Correct, yes. It's been brutal, dude. You watch those games just like I do.
Yeah, 21-0 going into the fourth quarter against Georgia is not good, is it?
Yeah, I would just tell you I quit at halftime on him. Call me what you want to. That was not worth watching.
I mean, I thought it was worth watching. They made a big rally and almost won the game. But aside from that, I guess, not much going on.
Up until that point, it wasn't worth watching.
No, you're absolutely right.
That's kind of what I meant.
I can't sit here and make an impassioned defense of Gus. I mean, I like him, but you're right. The numbers
there's
on
a lot of
offense.
good. There's a lot of good dudes who aren't terribly good at their job, man. They're just entirely average. Fair?
Yeah, I mean, I that's definitely true. Do you think Gus falls into that category?
If you're rating him this season, yeah, man.
No, I mean, I don't know. They're all right. He's got a true freshman quarterback, Johnny Dem.
Well, whose fault's that, man?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think we get into that enough. I don't. I tell the folks all the time he's got a true freshman quarterback, but it is true. Why does he have a true freshman quarterback? Because he didn't get Kelly Bryant.
But don't you think it's a little bit deeper than not getting a grad transfer?
Yeah, but I mean, we can go all day, though. I mean, you can just keep going.
And then we ought to talk about the offensive line and lack of talent there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. I pay attention, man.
Cody says I had to interview you in the Gus voice. What do you think about that offensive line? It's pretty good, huh? JB doing a good job. Why are you laughing? He's doing pretty good. I mean, they're getting better.
All right.
We're just trying to get better week by week, Johnny.
Hey, they're a work in progress, JB.
They're a work in progress. Yeah,
that's what I heard, huh? Because I'm a subscriber to your website. I know that kind of inside information.
Yeah, man.
Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Man, it's great to have you over here at the pad, brother.
Man, I'm glad to be here, my man.
The Jeffersons really has made a difference for me.
That's nice stuff, huh?
Hell, of course it is.
Yeah.
You brought it, so it's nice.
Well, man,
I'm going to pour a little bit more
you
in
help
here.
yourself. It's all yours.
What, you just drinking some Jeffersons right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth. I mean, it's not that Willet pot still I had a little bit of down there, but it's good stuff. I had just a little taste, JJ.
Hey, did she hook you with that Jeffersons, that Chateau?
The port barrel or wine?
Yeah. Did you hit that?
That's the first little sip I had.
What'd you think about that, bro?
Fantastic. Yeah. Smooth.
To be fair, I wouldn't have bought that because it's too high for me.
Okay.
I mean, there's a limit.
We all got our limits.
I mean, my limit
sometimes
is
you gotta
$75.
splurge, bro.
$75, and
is that's tops.
Somebody on here, Harvey asks, "What is J-Dub's handle?" I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say what your handle is.
I am a lurker, not a poster.
Have you ever posted?
No, I've liked a few things here and there, and I get a lot of laughs, and I enjoy the bunker, but nah, man, I don't really post.
Okay. Not a big poster.
No.
Somebody wanted to know who performed safety dance.
Who performed safety dance? Come on, man.
Question, bro.
Who asked that question? Can you see? Jeff Cheney. Well, hold on. We don't give Jeff Cheney any trouble. Jeff Cheney's one of the good guys. He helped me that night that I couldn't hear the callers, so.
I remember that night.
Yeah, I know, man. Courtney hooked me up on that one. But I wouldn't have been able to figure it out without Jeff, so I appreciate you. Daniel says, are you related to Ed Orgeron? I think he thinks you look like Ed Orgeron. I don't think you look like Ed Orgeron at all.
I don't think I do, but that's all right, man.
Yeah.
He's having a hell of a year.
Johnny is a full-blooded Alabamian, and you've been Auburn. Well, although you did go to Troy.
That's correct, yeah.
You've never been no Bammer.
No, man, not my family.
The weird thing about Johnny is, though, you got a twin brother who's been a Bammer his whole damn life.
No, that's right, yeah.
And
somebody's got to be the smart one in the family. It ain't him.
Yeah, I know who it is, and it ain't him. Although he's a good dude.
No doubt. We talked today. Wished him happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Anyway, Johnny, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, bro.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here, brother. Happy Thanksgiving.
Put it right here, bro.
Cheers, my man.
Hell yeah. Becky, if you want one of those, you come right back over here and you get you one. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Look who he's got. He's got Sammy the cat. What up, Sammy? Look how happy he is, guys. He is thrilled to be on this show. He couldn't be happier. Like, there's nothing you could do to make that cat happier right now. I'm going to lay this down over here.
Sammy doesn't look unhappy. He just looks there.
All right, guys. So that is those are some of my friends, and they're here hanging out for the Thanksgiving holiday and their kids. See, Maggie's in the house. Joe's over here. Who else we got in here? Bridge, Johnny, Bex. That's pretty much our crew. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Jeff Cheney says, Sammy, the Sammy cat.
Maddy Tate, Jay.
In the house. Is Maddy here?
Yes.
Madison. I thought, we were about to do the show, and you took off with your girl Deborah, and that was it.
You told me you weren't doing it.
No, I said I was doing it. I just wasn't ready to do it at the moment that you were like, can I do the show right now? Do you want to come on and provide an update?
For what?
Like what? Hey, do you want to try to get that chair right, or get a chair of some kind?
Here,
Hold on, I can't see right now. Hold on. There's Maddy.
somebody said that was the ugliest pug ever.
What? Who said that? No, they were joking. We hadn't had the pug on the show, yo. Harvey Specter says Neil McCready going to walk in from that hallway in a second. Neil's coming to the Egg Bowl, bro. Lewis says that cat wasn't breathing. He's just kidding, man. He's just having fun. Here, let Maddy slide in here. This is my daughter, Madison, the only kid I got. And Maddy was on the show, I think, after the Ole Miss game. And your daddy was... Well, we call it 3 sheets to the wind is really the word it's the phrase we use, but I was drinking a little bit.
I don't know what that means.
3 sheets, Maddy, if you're going to...
I don't know what that means.
It means that I was drunk as shit.
Somebody wants to know your college decision, Madison.
Oh, yeah, Maddy. So tell us about... I've told the folks on the show that, the schools you've talked to, you've been talking to South Alabama, Auburn, UAB, Ole Miss, Transylvania University. Am I missing anybody else? Troy, yeah. Thoughts, kind of how things stand right now. Now, is your mom in here? Mm-hmm. Well, your mother and I kind of have a little fuss about who's going to be right about where you go to school.
Get out for real.
No, it's cool. Let's just pretend like she's not there. Earmuffs, Courtney. Okay. So what are you thinking? Like, tell me the truth, because nobody's watching.
She's literally staring at me.
So what are you thinking?
Probably Ole Miss. What? Probably Ole Miss 1, South 2, 3 Transy.
Wow. Damn. And Auburn's not on there because of the financial aspect, right?
Yeah,
because
that's true. I like Auburn as a place, but it's just not.
They
don't give me enough money.
They don't give a lot of money at Auburn, it doesn't seem like. Where Ole Miss is like super enthusiastic about giving you a lot of scholarship money, and same thing for South and UAB, but not Auburn as much.
Yeah. Ole Miss is giving me full tuition and out of state. So
Damn. Lewis, now here, Lewis thinks he's trying to be tricky here, but he says, Maddy, how about that Steel Panther? Thinking that Steel Panther is way too profane for me to play with, for my daughter to listen to, but that's not true. I actually took
17,
Maddy to the
guys.
concert in Mobile like 2 months ago. And earlier today, we were playing Steel Panther, and you were the one that was like DJing the songs.
yes, that's true.
Like, what's your favorite Steel Panther song?
Community property.
Yeah, Community Properties, her favorite. Which the basic gist of that one is, well, I don't want to get into the gist. We're gonna keep this G-rated. We got kids in the room.
Yeah, we do have
and,
kids in
and
here.
Becky, so we don't want to.
But Steel Panther is comical. Obviously, don't take it seriously, so I don't see why it's a big deal.
You see who's in the chat right there?
Mr. Mossy.
Mr. Monson's in the house, yo.
Mr. Mossy.
Yeah, my man.
Chippy Chip is speaking facts.
Yeah, Chip. Well, so Chip is a South Alabama guy, and he thinks you got to go to South Alabama.
South still don't give me that much money, though.
It does, actually.
They don't.
They do.
Okay.
They do. Matthew D. Harrell, MD Harrell says, Mom will bust out a field hockey stick on you, Maddy. Have you ever seen that field hockey stick?
No.
She will whoop your ass with it. She's whooped mine. Oh.
$20 on Courtney.
I'm sorry, Becky. I didn't mean to.
Wait, what is Lewis talking about if I liked it?
If you liked what?
I don't know.
I just want to know if she liked it. I think he's talking about Steel Panther. Did you like Steel
He
Panther?
said boo O-M. Oh,
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss has a beautiful campus, and the student life is very exciting. So
What does that mean? Exciting.
they just have a lot of stuff going on all the time.
Okay.
Whereas Transy, not so much.
Madison, sometimes you don't have to be in the fast lane to enjoy the view. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of do.
No, you don't.
All right.
Ed Darby says, brain drain challenge, Gus voice for the next caller. I don't know if we're going to have another caller.
How long have you been on?
We've been on about an hour. And I honestly, I didn't expect to have hardly anybody watching because we don't have a game or anything. But we've had some folks on, and I'm here for you guys.
Somebody
if you
said
wanna talk.
open up the wallet and get that kid into AU.
Open up the wallet and get that kid into AU. Yeah, you guys are going to have to do some super chatting on that end if you're going to make that a reality. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
AU Taxman says, Mobile's a great town. Love the Cat says, go to UAB, keep that money in the Bammer system. Boo. Love the Cats. Come on, bro. Oh, no, that's a great question. Will you want to read this question right here? I'd like to know the
Will
answer
you
to this
actually
one.
stop?
What?
It's not funny.
Why, it's not?
No, it's
MD Harrell, your question's not funny.
And it's not the first time he's asked.
Mm-hmm. Mike says you sound like a rebel, no pun intended. Making a little Ole Miss joke there, huh?
That's funny.
Captain Eagle Flygood in the house. My man, you're going to be a lot more relevant now that the Captain Eagle, the real Captain Eagle Flygood's coming back into the
Who
scene.
is this?
Captain Eagle Flygood is named after Jay Gouge, who was the retired president at Auburn University, but who is now an interim president and is going to be the full-time president before too long, I think.
For real?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
He's the guy who famously said when he got the job the first time he's going to hit the ground listening. What does that do for you?
I don't know what that means.
I just think it's a silly thing that doesn't even mean anything. Ed Darby says, call Gus Malzahn. He has a wallet. Come on, man. He doesn't make any money. Captain Eagle Flaggett says, does any potential school have an eagle? Let's see. Auburn has an eagle, right?
Yep.
And the Transylvania University Pioneers have a bat, a murcielago, as we would say in Spanish.
A what? A bat? Oh, yeah.
A bat. CT4 Duke Blue. First of all, I don't like that name at all because we don't like Duke, especially after they lost to
Stephen F. Austin, yeah.
Stephen F. Austin on a buzzer beater layup. Made me happy. He says, JG, Auburn wins regardless. If we lose to Alabama, we get a better coach. Oh, man. I don't know about that, bro. I'm not sure there's a situation where Gus gets fired right now, guys. Hate to say it. I do think there's a possibility that he leaves. Still a possibility he leaves. But I don't think they're going to fire him. And when they don't fire him, we're going to talk a little bit more about why they didn't fire him, because I think they're looking at it from a I should say certain elements of the decision-making process are looking at it from a financial perspective, in that we can't afford, they've come up with this $40 million valuation. We can't afford the $40 million. I think there's more to it than that. I think you lose. If Gus loses that game and people are really, really down on the program, I think you lose money because the excitement isn't there, and that costs too. You got to take that into
Let him go.
account. Look at this, man. We got a super chat coming in from Jeff Cheney, my man. It says Maddy AU Fund. Look at that, man.
Mom, somebody said Maddy
Not
AU
somebody,
fund.
Jeff.
Jeff Cheney.
Jeff Cheney's a
Cheney.
baller.
Super channel.
And Jeff, the thing is, first of all, thank you, Jeff, very much. And second of all, we owe Jeff money for standing there and helping me when I was struggling on that day when we couldn't get the collars on. But that's appreciate you. Chip says number 19 waving gift. That's like our man. I can't remember his name. I mean, I know his name in real life, but I don't want to say it. What does he go by? He's the softball guy. I can't say his real name. That'd be bad. I don't want to out people. Number 19. Duh. Number 19. Of course. Let's see. Todd Sheridan says, firing after an 8-4 season makes no sense financially. The administration did this to themselves. You know what, Todd? You're speaking a lot of truth there, buddy, and I don't think that people want to admit just how truthful you're being, honestly. Lewis says, sounds like Ole Miss or bust. She already made her mind up. I do not agree with that.
I don't
In fact,
agree with that
I don't
either.
think she's going to end up at Ole Miss. I
I'll
don't think
probably
it's
end up at South, to be
I
honest.
think you're going to end up at South Alabama, but we'll see what happens. You're going to go to Trans, and you're going to know right there whether it's a go or a no, right away.
Transylvania has 900 undergraduates, so.
Almost 1,000,
Almost.
and they're building a brand new dorm for you.
No.
And think about this, dude. Okay, is your daddy not a big? Am I not an alpha beast?
No.
I'm an alpha.
No.
And I met your awesome mom there, who was a field hockey player of incredible repute. We had a lot of fun at Transy, and you don't have to have a lot of fun. All it takes is like 20 great people to have a party, bro.
Brian says be a Blazer.
Brian Pence is be a Blazer like me. What?
UAB.
I don't think BP went to UAB.
Well,
Anyway,
why is he talking
thank you for backing me up on that AU Civil and BP for number 19. Obviously, I don't know why I had that. I guess it's the Jeffersons that was doing it. I keep thinking, I know him in real life. He lives here in Montgomery. So I think of him with his real name. That's kind of how I communicate with him. I mean, that was a good deal, though. Because remember, if you guys remember, he wasn't a member of the site. We saw him on one of the softball games, and the bunker was like, yo, JG, you got to go meet that guy. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. And I went and actually met him, and he was actually really cool, knew his shit. I thought he'd be a good fit for the bunker, and then I offered him to come over, and he did. So number 19 is one of the good ones. BP says he got his master's degree from the UAB. So he is a Blazer, my bad. And also, I want to give another shout out to Jeff Cheney. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you very much. You're the man. Harvey Specter says Matt AU05 can be her lawyer in Mobile. Hopefully you won't need a lawyer in Mobile, Maddie. You would behave yourself and not get arrested.
Drop kick.
Do you know? Yeah, but do you see what his name is? It's Dro
Dro
Kick.
Kick.
He missed the P.
He's on.
He's Dro.
He
He's Dro.
says,
Courtney's
he
Dro
says,
Kick.
Maddy, go where we'll be happy.
Jay, aren't you worried Maddy will find keg stands if she goes to Transylvania?
No, we didn't do keg stands. We did hooch diving.
Hooch diving. We did do hooch diving.
I was actually I was written up for endangerment of student life, Becky.
Endangering student life.
I was written up for endangerment of student life. We took a girl about your size. We turned her upside down. I held one ankle. My man John Raines held the other ankle. And we dipped her in a 55-gallon bucket or trash can full of hooch. And so she went head down and just gulped for 5 to 7 seconds.
That's what she said.
And then we pulled her up. And Sean Stauffer, Courtney, I don't mind. It's okay if I say that. Sean Stauffer, who was a Delta Sigma Phi, who had a grudge against the Pikes, wrote me up for endangerment of student life. I had to go before the what's that guy? Dr. Thompson. What was his job?
The vice president of student affairs.
Vice president of student affairs. No. He was bigger than that. He was the number 2 guy at the university. I had to go and answer for this.
Say hi to Ian, by the way.
I want to give a shout out to my man Ian. Whoever you are and wherever you are, I want you to know that.
Ian?
Who?
JB's kid.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. JB's kids watching?
Yes, yes.
My man, Ian V. Over on the East Coast is what we like to call them. Word. And I don't want to push this. I don't want to belabor this point because I think your mom is tired of me belaboring this point. But I want you to know that your mom is actually Wonder Woman. Like, A lot of people would tell you that Linda Carter is Wonder Woman, but she's not. It's Crystal. Crystal V. We're going to last name redacted because we're trying to keep her anonymity intact. Crystal V is one of the all-time superstars. And, Ian, you're very lucky to have her as your mom. So, word. And also to my man, JB. You're the man.
Oh, yeah. Extra credit.
JB.
Somebody call in. I want to talk to somebody.
JB. Somebody call in. I want to talk to somebody.
Facts.
We haven't had a call in a while because we don't really have, it's Thursday. We don't have a game.
It's Thanksgiving.
We've kind of gone through all of our We Hate Gus things. We've talked about basketball a little bit. We're definitely here to take calls, though, if you guys want to, but we'll probably bounce here in a minute or two if we don't have to. Jeff says, one of my high school friend's daughter just signed with AUM in basketball. AUM girls basketball is for legit. Seriously, at their level they are. I don't know if this is even true. Lewis says, fun fact, goldfish die in hooch. I guess that means Christy Plescott was not a goldfish. Becky, if you're a goldfish, I would never do that. I don't want you to die.
Thank you.
Told you somebody was
All right, here we go, Maddy.
Wait.
Put these on. You can't hear the caller unless you put that on.
Answer. It's your show. Wait, answering Gus.
Hello, how you doing? Who's this?
Hey, JT.
What up?
How's it going?
How you doing? This is Gus Malzahn, coach at Auburn.
Oh, hey, Gus.
How you doing?
You going to run the ball to middle?
Yeah, we're going to run the ball to the middle all day. We're a run first play action team.
Then throw the play action pass on third down and overthrow it.
Third down and 17. We're going to go with the play action screen.
Screen, the carry on screen that everybody knows is coming now.
Hey, who I got on the horn for real?
Stoop Up 74.
What up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Hey, you too, man. You've been with us for a while, bro. Appreciate you.
I have been. Followed you over from the previous stop too.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I mean, I know you were on the Habatten too, so I appreciate you your support all these years, brother.
Thank you. I enjoy your content, man.
Well, I'm just glad to have you. I'm just glad to have you here, brother, on a Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I've just kind of been messing around here. Got my friends here because we got a party going on in my house. My daughter's on them.
That's what I've been hearing. I just Matt said she wants to call, and so I said, why not? Nobody's here really listening, so this is probably the best time for me to call.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like for her to answer for you, or anything you want to just kind of pose to her? I don't know. I mean.
Oh no, I just want to say congratulations and just make you. Just wish you well on your choice. You've got a lot of life ahead of you, and I'm envious right now. And I hope you just make the best choice for you, and be safe out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Here you go.
You're welcome. I don't know. I've been hearing something about the ball game and things.
Yeah.
And I think if Auburn can get to 150 on the ground, we might have a chance. I think Auburn wins an ugly game if it gets to a point where they're scoring. If it gets above 31, Alabama gets to 28. I don't think Auburn can match it on Saturday.
We've been talking. We think 24. We think 24 is the magic number, and you're pretty much backing that up. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, no, I think 24 is the number. It's going to be hard. I think if it's ugly and it's grimy, I think Auburn's got a chance. And I'm hoping maybe Saban will turtle up in that ball game a little bit, like he's known to do, and get conservative.
He does.
And maybe Bo will finally hit Schwartz on something down the middle and get a cheap touchdown or something. That's our hope. That's my hope anyway.
One of the secrets of the Iron Bowl with Nick Saban in charge is that if the game is close in the fourth quarter, he tends to shit the bed. I'm telling you, that just happens. It's happened before, and it will happen again. And I think Auburn's goal has got to be keep it close until you get to the fourth quarter and then see what happens, because they don't tend to be awesome in the fourth quarter of the Iron Bowl.
No, they don't. He will make a mistake in the kicking game. He has proven that over time. A lot of times Alabama games don't get to that point, but even back in that Texas game in 2011, he had that stupid fake punt that and it's gone back, and he tried to he kept trying out the kicker in 2013 that was missing. Phil goes, he will make it. He is apt to make a poor decision in the kicking game, and hopefully Auburn can capitalize, get a block, get something to get a short field for this offense. Hopefully early in the game, and maybe Auburn can dictate some pace in that way.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once they get going, they're pretty good, but it's just Got to keep.
Yeah.
You got to get that first dig in. The defense. I think the defense has been really good this year. Offense needs to carry the load this time. They just got to keep it going, man. They got to.
I agree the defense has been good, but, man, where's the strip sack? I mean, other than the Florida game, where's the strip sack on our end of the field? That's what we need out of this defense. We need somebody to come off that edge, Marlon or Bryant, to come off that edge and get the hand on that football and get a turnover. That's been my biggest – I have no complaints with Kevin Steele. I think I didn't mean to make the people mad on the bunker the Sunday after the game. I just want somebody on that defense to be that difference maker outside of 5 and 3 and make that big play and get that short field for the offense.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to have to win the ball game.
You're probably going to need
and
it.
that's just not what we've been doing.
Yeah, the offense is going to need some help, and I think you're right. That would be very, very beneficial.
Yes, I agree with that.
You're an absolute beast, brother. I appreciate you hanging around Hobart and now AuburnSports.com. Decade or longer, bro. I don't want to date you. But,
yes, sir.
I don't want to say how old
happy
you are.
Thanksgiving. You have a good night.
Appreciate you calling in, brother.
All right, good night.
Man. Bye. Stu Pup. Been around for a minute now. He was a Hobart guy back in the day, Maddy, when your daddy – you were like 6 years old when I was doing that.
Hottest Auburn blog on the net.
The hottest Auburn blog on the net. And then I was Gannett tried to sue me for that blog, and then I had to change it to Having a Blast on the Net. I really did have to change it. That was a really fun moment. Because when I was at the advertiser and I got the domain for Habaten, they wouldn't pay for it. I was like, hey, would you guys be willing to pay for this? And they were like, you just turned off the Skype. That's okay.
Oh, my fault.
I was like, would you guys be willing to pay for that domain? And they laughed at me. They're like, get out of here. We're not paying for any domains for your dumb blog that nobody wants to read.
Colin.
And then I paid for it. And then guess what? When I left, they go, you need to give us the domain. I was like, fuck no, I'm not giving it to you. I paid for it because you guys wouldn't do it. Hey, caller, how you doing? Welcome to the show, yo.
JG, what's going on?
What up? Who I got in the horn?
Hey, this is AU Storm 20.
What up, man? How you been?
Pretty good. Just enjoying this lovely Thanksgiving night. What about you guys?
Yeah, we're doing the same thing. I've been drinking a little Jeffersons, and my man J-Dub brought over. Had a big we eat at like 2 or 3 o'clock in our family, so it's been a filling, satisfying day, so to speak. How about you?
I've always been, I think I post a lot on the bunker about basketball, but, this feast week where there's nothing but nonstop tournament play is just my favorite. So to do all that on today, watch Alabama get it handed to them a little bit and, enjoying a little turkey, a little bourbon, a little hash brown casserole. I mean, this day's perfect to me.
Yeah, I love Thanksgiving, especially when I got all my peeps here at the His and we're out here kicking it. That's good times. Iron Bowl, what are you thinking, man? What do you think's going to happen?
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a little bit like the Georgia game. I just think we're getting our hopes up too much. I just don't know if we have the personnel to run the ball efficiently, to run the ball well. I know that this defense isn't as good as it's normally been at Bama, but our offensive line isn't that good either. So, we could try to run the ball, but I feel like we're going to be in the same boat as we were against Georgia, where it could be very low scoring. They may hit a play or two because of their explosiveness on the outside. I just feel like it's going to go that way. And by the time game time comes around, I'll be excited. But it's just hard for me to get excited about it right now, just for some reason. And I don't know if it's because basketball is doing so well, and I'm fired up about that, and knowing that we have a well-coached team and a team that can win and go probably pretty far in the postseason compared to some that we're probably going to be disappointed going into halftime about, 3 points or a slow start or – something like that. I just feel like it's going to be one of those type of games. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. That's just the way I feel and the way the season's gone in these big games.
No, I know. I hear you, bro. I mean, it's been like that in the big games, right? They play good against Mississippi State and Arkansas, but when it's big time, it's like they don't quite fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and my thing is this, so when you watch Alabama and you watch LSU and you watch these teams that have great weapons on the outside, and especially Alabama with with Waddle, with Smith, with Jerry Jeudy, and they get the balls in their players' hands with his explosive speed, and they go. Why can't we do that with Anthony Schwartz? I mean, we hear all the time about this guy's explosiveness and how fast he is. He's a fast player in college football, etc. But we just can't get him on a go route, or we can't get a screen to him. And when we do, nothing really works. You know, I look at that, and maybe that's just our scheme and the way our offense is, and we just can't get it to him where we tried to. But, you know, we see all these explosive players on these other teams, and we have one of our own. And I just feel like he's just not been utilized like we thought he would be this whole year. Am I wrong on that?
Well, I mean, I think they're trying. I think he gets 5 to 8 touches per game. I mean, they give Seth an inordinate number. I think he had 20 against the Georgia in the Georgia game. So I think they go a little bit more on Seth than they probably should. But, I mean, Anthony gets a number of touches. It's just maybe the quality of the touches, like you mentioned on the go route and stuff. I feel like they'd rather use him as like a reverse guy rather than a receiver. And maybe that's just something they don't feel confident with his catching or his route running. I don't know the specifics of that. But, yeah, he's super fast in a straight line. So is Shivers. He's just not very good when he has to be lateral. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right,
hey,
brother.
do you think we're a top 10 team in basketball?
I think top 10 right at it. Yeah, I think 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in that range is what I think. And if the defense continues to improve, I don't even know what the ceiling is. It's high.
Are you impressed like I am with the fact that this team is coachable and that they go into halftime, they make adjustments, and they just shut teams down the second half? I mean,
yeah. I mean, they just got some dudes that will lock down. I mean, Dangel's kind of learned. He's so much more mature than he used to be. He can start locking down and doing things that they tell him to do coaching-wise. Samir knows how to step up. Javon knows how to step up. Austin's been tremendous in these last 2 games, maybe 3. So, yeah, I mean, you're right, dude. Their coachability is great, and I think their maturity is great. It's amazing that they're this good after Jared leaves, Bryce leaves, Horace leaves, Malik leaves. They still have this number of really impact players. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very impressed. I even think Bruce is shocked about because he's kind of buttered us up at the beginning of the year. Yeah, we got a tough schedule. We got a lot of, guys that don't really know what their roles are. And I think he's impressed with the way these guys have come out here and have played like this. And I personally, I think that now first, this team doesn't have – we don't know who a closer is yet. Like, we don't know who can close. I think Samir's that guy.
Yeah.
But we haven't had the opportunity to see that yet. And I think we probably will in SEC play. And – what happens when we play a team that likes the full court pressure us like South Alabama did? Is Javon going to grow and learn from that?
Yeah.
He's already a senior, so how much can he grow with that? There's just going to be some of those games where we're going to have to figure some of that stuff out. But I've been very impressed, and I've watched a lot of basketball this week and a lot of teams that are very young. And I look at us, and I'm like, we know what we are. We know what we're going to do. And we're going to have teams go out there and say, hey, can you stop us? Can you stop Wiley down low? Even when he gets pressured down low, something clicked over the past 2 days. I don't know what it was, but
that's right.
Those are his two best hand games I've ever seen. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he was too much for them. He's just too much. I mean, the stickbacks and the offensive rebounds and the dunks, he was just way too much for them.
Hey, one last thing before I let you go.
Sure.
I know your daughter's graduating. I graduated in Less Montgomery myself. I grew up in Montgomery.
Word.
So there's a lot on the horizon for her in the future outside the 334.
All right.
So I grew up in Sturbridge, close to Tipping Point, so I know.
Word. All right, man. If you're ever over back this way, holler at me, bro.
Yeah, for sure. We moved up here to Auburn, and I've been up here ever since I graduated, but from Auburn. But Montgomery's my home where I grew up. It's my soft spot. So went to ACA. So that's my.
Well, we still claim you here, bro. We definitely still claim you here in the capital city.
Yeah.
All right,
the
Storm.
CCC capital city. So
keep it real, bro.
Yeah, have a good one.
See you, man. He's from Montgomery, and he was just saying that there's a lot of great things waiting for you outside the 334 if you choose to do that.
I'm getting out the 334.
He was being very supportive. Very supportive. I think we had a little bit of network congestion there. My connection went down to red for a minute, so I'm sorry if we got a little jittery on you guys. I don't know what's going on. I think everybody in the neighborhood's on the internets for the Thanksgiving Day, streaming their Disney Plus, watching The Incredibles 2. Does that sound familiar, Jober?
Uh-oh, another caller.
Oh, my goodness. We have another caller. Maddy, will you take this one seriously? Come on. Ready? There we go. Come on.
Brain Drain here. What's up?
Who is it?
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Brain Drain here. What's going on?
What's up, Jay?
This is Maddy.
Oh, Maddy.
What's
what
up?
are you doing?
You got any questions for me? What are we going to call you on here?
The Better Horn.
The Better Horn.
Oh, I know who that is.
Nation.
Yeah, I got you.
Not the crappy Madden playing horn. So let's talk about this defense.
Uh-oh, that's not for me. This is for you.
Oh, dang. What did he say?
So let's talk about that defense.
Hey, what up, Hornswoggle? How you doing, bro?
So I semi-agree with Jeffrey Lee about the defense.
Oh, here we go.
No, they're good. But you cannot have a great defense without an edge rusher. You just can't. I mean, that's a piece of the puzzle that you have to have.
What about
It
Nick Coe?
creates turnovers.
What about
Always
Nick Coe?
behind in turnovers.
What about Nick Coe, huh?
Who?
What?
The guy guarding the water bucket? No, for real though, you can't have a great defense without that piece. I mean, that one piece causes so many problems.
Agreed. They could really use Jeffrey from a couple years ago. Got his last name now.
You can't say it's a great defense and miss that piece.
Yeah, you make a good point. It would help them with their the pressures on the quarterback. I mean, Marlon's been good, but I know what you're saying. He's more of a edge holder than an edge rusher. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen in the game?
I think Auburn's going to win the game. I think they're going to win it in a way that's unsatisfying to a lot of people. It's going to be like 21-19, and you're going to go into next year with a lot of people saying, why is Gus still here? I mean, I'm just trying to be real about it. I'm not trying to say that I don't like Gus or whatever. I'm just trying to be real about the situation. Because
I think it's going to happen one of two ways.
Yeah, word.
Auburn's either going to beat them 43-11, or they're going to get beat, 40-something to
Oh, God.
17.
I can't imagine that. But
look, the only way Alabama even has a chance of making the playoffs, which, they're probably not going to happen. But they're going to have to put the pedal down, score a buttload of points, and impress people. And that's the only way they're going to make it. So if they win, they're going all out.
But Kevin still won't allow it, man. He just won't allow them to do that.
Yeah, but Saban they do such a good job of getting mismatches, like with inside guys on linebackers. And I love Britt. He's a thumper. But there's no way he's going to be able to turn around and keep up with an Alabama wide receiver or any of our linebackers. I mean, I know he may scheme and we may play more nickel, different stuff like that. But, that's the Nick Saban, they know how to, in their offense, they know how to take advantage of mismatches.
Yeah. They're pretty shrewd like that. I agree.
That's what I thought Gus was when we got Gus. That's what I thought that's what I thought he was going to do.
But he doesn't do much of that, does he? I mean, not really.
No, square peg, round hole.
Yeah, he just
I'll be damned results. I'm going to do it.
He does what he's going to do, and whether they're stopping or they're not, it seems like he kind of goes ahead with what they're going to do. So.
Yeah, man. Well, hell, I'll talk to you this weekend.
All right, bro. I appreciate your support, brother.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, take a shot.
All right, I'll do that. Peace.
All right, bye.
Peace. That's
You
Hornacious,
missed a call,
man.
JG.
He gave us a shot. He gave us 2 super chats earlier.
Oh.
He's the man, dude.
Everybody donating to my AU fund.
Yeah, and Jeff too, man. Big shout out to Jeff Cheney. Horn asked for a little shot here, so I mean it's going to be kind of a smaller shot, but understand, guys, that I've been drinking, so
He has.
this one's for Horn right here. Appreciate you, brother, and also to Jeff Cheney. On that Jeffersons.
You missed a call there, Jay.
Yeah, no, you ought to see the stuff on a Saturday, bro. We got like 4 calls coming in at once, and I can't take them all.
It's going to be a lot on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, usually I just take the one that's on top. Well, we've been on the horn. We've been on the show for an hour and a half now, so maybe we got to wrap it up. It has been
questions, comments, concerns.
AU Taxman says Horn's wife told him it was time to hang up. Absolutely, man. I'm glad you were there to remember that. Horn is a beta. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. He's awesome. And Jeff Cheney, of course. Cheers to you, brother. That one was for you. And Horn, for your support. You guys are the best. All right, so we're going to probably wrap it up, guys. Sounds like the Egg Bowl is getting kind of hot. Maybe that'll piss McCready off a little bit. You know I love it when Neil gets fired up. I want to thank you guys for being part of the show here on Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are having or had a great day and you're winding up a good, satisfying day of football, of drinking, of turkey, of family, of whatever else you guys are doing out there. And always remember that we love you at auburnsports.com. Thank you so much for your support. Dro kick. Maddy says, good show. Hi, Maddy. Drop kick over and out.
Mom, drop kick says over and out.
Nice.
Todd Sheridan says touchdown. I'm not able to watch because my wife still won't get me a TV here in the office. So I don't know what's going on with the. Yeah, see, Joe, I was supposed to have a TV right there, but Miss Courtney won't get me one. So I don't know what's going on. Lewis says it just got tied with 4 seconds left. Is that true? Does that mean a PAT would win it? Oh no, you're saying extra time.
Mr. Monson, you enjoy your break.
Oh dang, we love Mr. Monson. He's a badass. BP, we love you, dude. You were like you're the man atop the pyramid. I'm just going to say that. Captain Eagle Flyhead says, don't leave us, Jay. I got to go, bro.
No, you have to come into the camera. Greg, come here. Greg,
I got to go for reals. My bro-in-law is here as well from Kentucky. He has I don't even know if he knows where Auburn is. But he's doing some other stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your support of what we do at auburnsports.com and this show. If you guys are not auburnsports.com subscribers, I think most of you guys are, but if you're not, you need to subscribe at auburnsports.com. Miss the PAT. No! Did Ole Miss miss the PAT for reals?
Ole missed it.
Is that true?
That is true.
Acting like a dog.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait, it might not be true.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Extra point is no good.
Oh, my goodness. BP says he missed it. Oh, my gosh. Ole Miss is going to lose the Egg Bowl because of a missed PAT for reals?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Right here, guys.
That is unbelievable. Matt, you can't go to Ole Miss. They're a bunch of losers. Of course, I can't then tell you to go to South Alabama because they lose even more games.
Hail State.
Transy hadn't lost a game since 44. I'm just saying.
Oh, my God.
Hadn't played a game since 44, but whatever. Oh. AU Civil. I'll go ahead and clear that one, bro.
Give me a shot before you take your stuff.
Yeah, she wasn't hitting that.
Oh, man. So they had a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the kick, and then when they kicked it, they missed it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Unbelievable.
Dang.
Well, guys, thanks for being on the show. We will be back on Saturday after the Iron Bowl for another official brain drain from the fallout from that game. And I bet one way or another, everybody's going to be really fired up about that, whether you love Gus, you hate Gus, or you just...
Jack Loftus.
Look at that. Jack Loftus, my man.
Mom's
I know that
Jack. He says, love you, Jay and Maddie. Jack, we love you.
He doesn't love me, but maybe he loves you.
He loves you. He thinks you're funny.
He doesn't think I'm funny. Remember what I used to call him? He doesn't think I'm funny.
De Bruyne?
No, I called him Raisin Balls. Remember when I used to call him that?
Stop.
Yeah, he's cool. That was a long time ago, bro.
I'm going to drop by and say hey during Brain Drain
All
on
right.
Saturday.
Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys for being part of what we do here in the Brain Drain. We'll be back Saturday after the Iron Bowl, like I said, and we'll be ready for a pretty long show after that. We're going to have a lot to discuss because we're going to have a lot to say about Gus one way or another. And between then, we got a Friday and then a Saturday. Please drink responsibly if you guys are going to be out there drinking. Be smart about what you're doing. Don't do anything stupid. You can make fun of the Bammers in your life. I like to do it myself. Becky, right here. Oh, you didn't see that. Did you?
No, I was looking at that person on the cup.
I just gave Becky the finger. I was just saying it's Iron Bowl, and since you're a Bammer, I was going to give you hell.
As opposed to
What I usually do? Yeah, anyway. All right,
enjoy the
guys.
Fam
Webb
Jam
Water
Brain
says, damn it, I just got on. Webb, dude, you're the man, bro. You know we love you. I'm sorry that you just got on the show. Told you guys I was going to be going on about 8. That's what we did. So, anyway, Damon says, appreciate the work on a holiday. Dude, hey, appreciate you guys for just being here and being part of the show. Webb says, rundown tomorrow. Ooh, I don't know about that. we've still got some revelry to go on tonight, and I'll have to check out and see what's going on with BMAT. Don't know. Can't really answer that right away. We are going to have a Know the Enemy in the morning, assuming that Hunter's coming through for me. And I've also got a play from the Georgia game we need to go over. I didn't run it today because it was Thanksgiving, but I've got it ready to go for tomorrow, and a camera eye. So we definitely got some stuff ready for you guys. Anyway, peace out. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. We will see you on Saturday. Until then, be good. And we love you guys. See ya.